Guys, welcome back to the Unholy Wars of Darkfall. I am Czar and we are here with another episode. Today I actually have a couple of things that are like halfway interesting to talk about. As you know, I haven't tried to camouflage that I don't know much about the game. This is sort of like a live exploration for all of us. One thing you will notice is I actually have armor on. There. It's actually some fairly heavy armor, and by fairly heavy armor I mean it's tier 1 heavy armor. You see it here. It's called, actually, what is it called? It's chain something. It has a strength requirement of 10 and is warrior based, as you can see in the bottom of the stats there if you have it on 1080p, which I recommend that you do. Yes, strength requirement of 10. I have a strength of 28 at the moment, so that's the other thing. But yeah, so our friend Mr. Hunger Crows has made these for me, most of them, and I've chosen to go down the warrior route just because I can't hit anything with ranged at all. I can't really hit anything with melee either, but at least for PvE it's easier for me to hit anything. I don't know about PvP yet. Let's just have a look. This is going to be an episode where we're going to talk a little bit of housing in the end of the episode, and we're going to talk a little bit about what to do and how to basically progress in this game. I'm going to show a little bit about that because I'm finally on a path now. Finally, on the correct path, I think. So let's see. So, what I've been told, and you might have picked some of these things up in the previous episode where we're listening to an average day together with the clan. Stats. I unfortunately put some stats into dexterity previously, but not to worry. It gives me some I don't know, melee attack speed and stamina pool, so that's good. So I'm not too worried about having spent points there. I'm going to spend points there eventually anyway once I max out strength. But strength is your warrior stat. Here, in the role management, apparently what you're supposed to do is you can buy these boosters. And what the boosters does is the first one costs 400 of these prowess. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was 200. Actually, it is 200 for the first one. Maybe once you've filled out one. Oh yeah, okay, so that's how it works. So the first one you buy is 200, the next is 400, the next is 800, and the next is 1600. You can only have these boosters one at a time activated. So if I were to max out this one and max out like agile, which is dexterity as well, I can only choose to have one of them at a time. And these boosters, the stat you get from them, will be on top of your actual stats. So from these two, I'm getting 20 strength and 75 health, which costs me a total of 600 prowess, which is cheaper than to just buy pure strength up until 20 strength. At least at some point. You can get a few points cheaper in the beginning, but then it starts to become more expensive. So you should get these first. And then, apparently, I just saw this, the next one is more expensive, and presumably, if I fill this up, then the third one will be even more expensive, probably starting at 1600. Don't know. Anyways, who needs all of them? You can only use one at a time. So I can already start to feel here that I do a little bit more damage now, which is good, because I've been doing shit damage until now. Finally I can be of some use. So today at work, or every day at work, like, my thought is always going to the games that I want to play and such. But it's been a long time since I actually was sitting at work or sitting on the bus or sitting anywhere really and think about, man, I really want to go home and grind. That's it's been a few years since that happened. I want to go home and do something repetitive to gain a stat. It's weird. And that's because last night, at least last night for me when I'm recording this episode, me and our friend Hunger Crows, we were out. We were actually out quite far in the wilderness. We found some ghouls or something that we were farming. It was pretty late for the EU server, so we weren't super worried about someone coming there and ganking us, but we were a little worried. But anyway, so we managed to get our 30 killing blows each on the ghouls, and thereby getting the feat for killing so and so many ghouls. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because that kind of, I liked it. I started to like the feat system. Let's have a quick look at that before we go to where we're supposed to go. Stop it, stop it, stop it. The feats, here we go. So you have all different sort of feats, right? I'm going to unselect or deselect all of them except for PvE feats. You have harvesting feats, and you have crafting feats, and you have PvP feats. So basically, the only efficient way of progressing anything, progressing meaning, in this case, getting prowess. Prowess is what the currency for all your stats of any kind except crafting. The only way efficient to get that stuff is to hunt for these different feats. Like here's a feat, it's called Novice Wildlife Hunter. And the feat is perform the killing blow on 5 wildlife. In this case, wildlife would be like rats and badgers and deers and stuff that runs around that is actually not something that spawns near spawn points. But here we have something, and that would be a reward of 1 prowess, which is not a huge deal really. But it will also unlock a different feat, which is Competent Wildlife Hunter, which is probably 30 wildlife that you have to kill. And probably you would get like 16 prowess or something. Here you can see like there's a master that's after the competent level. So master is 150 trolls. I'm not sure if this will unlock like a higher level, like a ridiculous trollkin killer or something, I don't know. But if I do kill 150 trollkin, which I haven't done, I can only kill as many as I need. If I kill 150 of them, I will get 152 prowess in addition to the prowess I get while killing them, which isn't that much, it's like 1 or 2 per kill. But when you do this, and we're going to go now to a place where I didn't know about to begin with, but if you're a new player, I would highly recommend that you do just this. In all the capital cities, like this is the capital city in the area that I'm in. There are many of them. In all the capital cities there's a portal to somewhere, as indicated here. And this is an instance. It's like a newbie instance. And it's not a hard instance, it's just somewhere where a lot of mobs spawn. Easy mobs. And let me just load in here and we'll continue. Okay, we're in here. And so this is the sewers. I think it's sewers everywhere, but I'm not sure. And what spawns in here is some, I don't know even what they're called, scumlings or something. They're very easy to kill, even if you have almost no gear. But the spawn is a ton of them, at least in the right spots. There's usually a bit of people down here, so you might not get like the biggest advantage, but or the biggest gain from it. But I think either way, in the beginning, it's more efficient than is it a random zombie or something, than going to one of the outside mob spawns, because you can get, and here's the trick, you can get multiple feats completed at the same time. Here you can see some people are farming them. There's only 2 here now, and you can, as you can see, they're going to As you can see from the gravestones alone, there's quite a few of them spawning. Much more than in most other mob spawns. Given these are easy mobs though, so it's not like when you get to a certain level it's not going to be efficient anymore. But in the very beginning you can get a ton of prowess from here. And here's how. If you look, let me just stand there, they're probably going to kill him for me. Just going to stand here. If you look up here, I have selected here now. This is the Master Vermin Exterminator. Vermin is like their group of mobs. Hey guy, come on, kill them. I would kill them with like a circular blow or something, because this is juicy for me, but I want to wait for just a second. I've selected this up here, which means this is the one where I have to kill 150 vermin. These are categorized as vermin. They are also this one, which is kill 100... Hold on. There we go. Master Scumlings Exterminator. Killing blow on 150 Scumlings. Both of these are worth like 64 prowess. And they are leveled up together, so I will get both of those prowesses, or prowess bonuses, once I kill 150, so that's 2. You can have, in many places, you can have like 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more feats unlocking just from killing the same mob. And what's even better is when you're skinning these things, not only are you getting like feats for skinning a certain amount of gravestones at all, you also get feats, as I understand it, for skinning gravestones from different creature types, from getting certain types of loots from gravestones while you're skinning them, from looting things at all, and so, and those feats also gives you a whole ton of prowess. So just from doing that, just from this I have like the 2 prowess feats for killing the mobs. I have at least 2 or 3 just from looting different stuff off of them. And then once you're done with all that, you get a ton of leather. And or leather scraps, and turning that leather scraps into actual leather also gives you prowess for each time you do it. So in essence, it's very efficient, and that's the thing you gotta do. You gotta combine stuff. So if you look at my inventory here, or combine that you're grinding into like maximizing it. This is just stuff I've been skinning off of things and looting off of things. So when I'm done here, I'm going to go and take all the items that I can use for anything, like onions that I looted and potatoes that I looted, making it into onion soup, which will give me prowess. I'll take something or other and turn it into something else, like all the rawhides here. I will turn those, this is a ton of rawhides, turn those into leather. That will give me prowess, and just like use everything to gain prowess. That's as far as I've gotten, basically. That's my understanding of the game so far, how you would go about improving your character in the most efficient way. Now we should only be needing 3 more last hit on these guys to get unlocked. There we go, we need 1 more to unlock 2 feats at the same time. So you can see I have a 291 up in the top right corner near the minimap. You can see I have 291 prowess at the moment. And let's look at the feats. Yeah, Master Scumlings Exterminator, this will give me 71. And Master Vermin Exterminator, this will also give me 71. So those 2. And then there are also hidden ones for certain amounts of certain types of mobs, or categories of mobs. In essence, don't just kill random things and get frustrated by the fact that you're not really getting that much prowess for each mob. You gotta hunt for the feats related to that mob. There we go. And all of a sudden I have 435 prowess. Now it's starting to be useful. And someone wants to join my party, or invites me to join a party. Fair enough. Then we both get prowess for the kills. Now I can start to skin stuff. There we go. And usually down here, I don't think people really care so much if you skin their stones or not. Because basically so many things are dying all the time, you don't have time to kill it. Or to skin everything that you kill down here. So I'm just going to be killing a little more, because now I have unlocked, I'm guessing, let's have a look here. I think I should have unlocked one to kill 300 of these guys, but I'm not sure. The easiest way I found is to go somewhere, kill a few of them, and then go to the list and see which one has started, which one, like the circle has begun moving on. Oh. Okay, hotkeys. There we go. And since I got relatively much more strength now than I did earlier, I do a whole ton more damage. It's very nice actually to finally do some damage. I could really feel that on the ghouls yesterday, how much more damage Hungry Crows did than what I did. But now I think I will be able to be a little bit more useful in those fights. And perhaps also in PvP. Unless the lag gets us. Let's see. If I go here now, did this get started on any feat? I'm not sure if there is a 300 for these guys, or if the 150 is the highest feat for them. Novice Magical Beast Stalker, that's something else. Humanoids Killer. Nope. 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 Master Goblinoids Killer. I don't think, maybe these are Goblinoids, I'm not sure, but I could drag it up here and just keep track of it, see if it moves. I'd like to keep it there instead. Master Skeletons in Humor. There might not be a 300 for these actually, in which case I'm pretty much done down here, because now then it stops being that useful. Except I still get a lot of loot I can use for the crafting. So maybe we should go have a look at that. I should actually leave party then. A little rude to just leave there without saying anything, but we're busy recording an episode. Now I'll see you guys on the surface, and we'll see how we can make this loot into even more prowess. When and if you're done with the dungeons, I'm not sure if I'm actually done with the dungeons, but for now I am. When you are, I would advise, at least if you're in this area, and presumably if you're in similar capitals, that you move away to a smaller city, because the capital has the bank and the crafting stations spread out over a huge area, while as the smaller cities has everything very central. So I'll be running over to the town of Whiteclaw here, which is fairly close, and that will just save me a whole ton of time when I start to run back and forth to use all my ingredients for crafting stuff. Just having a quick look here at some of the gathering ones. Alarmingly ardent shadow-taint gatherer. Harvest 150 shadow-taint from fallen creatures. That's one thing again. And that's actually worth, if you harvest 150 of this particular type of drop, then you get 225 dang it, prowess. And other things. Let's see, which ones am I close to completing? Worryingly Enthusiastic Anima Gatherer. It's cool. Worryingly Enthusiastic Bile Gatherer. Those things, at least the bile you get down in with the same creatures I've just been killing now. So, it's just one more thing you can get from that place. Oh, I ran the wrong way, but that's fine. And which other type of feats do we have? Let's see. We have the crafting feats. Slightly unskilled. Fail at crafting any item 30 times. That will give me 20 prowess. Failing. And that's pretty easy to do. I'm wondering if what are they all called? Let's see. Armors, leatherworking. What is it that I've been doing? Okay, I can't see it here and I'm running the wrong way. Salvaging. Salvaging is very easy to fail at because it has a success percentage that is much lower than most of the other crafting things. Anyways, let's skip this. Let's wait till we get over to the town we're going to. See you there. Okay, let's see. Where do we have the different crafting benches here? This is the laboratory. I can't do a whole lot of things there. Well, I can do a couple of things, so why not? Laboratory, we go there. Just to spend some of our stuff there. And I have some more stuff in the bank, so this is not going to be ultimate or optimal. I should probably go to the bank, pick up all my stuff, all my small crap, and just bring it. But I want to level up this too. Even if I don't really need the items, which I actually do, but other than that, I want to level it up for the sole purpose of using the points for something. So here you need gold, fossils, and shells. You can only make one bottle. We can see here we will get eventually a certain amount of prowess for completing this. Actually, I failed. No, I didn't fail. How much I didn't get any? Oh well, maybe I didn't get any for that, but now I can go in here, I can make a minor healing potion if I had seeds, so we're not going to do that. Because I don't have any seeds. If I did have seeds, we would do just that. We'll head over to another crafting station. Oven. Cooking food. Let's see what we can make. Food. Baked potato and vegetable soup. For the higher stuff I need to be level 25 in cooking, and I'm not, so but this is a good way to do it. Let's see, I only have a few potatoes. Actually, I don't have so many potatoes because I make a whole ton of baked potatoes earlier. Everything costs gold though, so you have to kill some mobs that drop gold from time to time just to be able to afford to make everything else that you loot into something useful. But it shouldn't be a huge problem. So 1.1 prowess for making one vegetable soup. Another 1.1 prowess. Okay. So at this point it's not much fast, or it's not as fast even as just killing mobs. But when you get higher skill level, presumably you get higher prowess rewards. And also, this stuff is just laying around in your inventory. You may as well just use it. Get something useful out of it. The food you can make later or use later in your farming to farm more efficiently. Let's see, is there anything I can do here? I don't think I actually have any armor smithing stuff, although I will craft myself some more. Nope, I don't have any. Let's see. Nope, can't make anything, so we skip that. I need to level that up as well, since I wear heavy armor. In here, one of the most efficient things, I'm looking very much forward to this, tanning, leather materials, leather, and I have quite a few leather scraps, or rawhides. I mean rawhides. I have 272 rawhides. I need 3 of them for each leather, and each of those, the ones that succeeds anyway, I can make 90 of those. The ones that succeeds, let's see how much prowess it gives me. That failed, unfortunately. But I have a 77% success rate. 1.3 prowess. So it's 1.3 prowess times however many times I can do this 90 times minus a few for failing. But in general, you'll probably get at least 100 after a trip like this. You will get 100 prowess faster this time than killing mobs, just from doing this. And you will also probably unlock a feat for crafting that gives you a prowess bonus. So we'll wait until that is done, see how much we get. We're at 440 or something before we started. Okay, it's all done, and we're up to 559. So a lot more than 100, actually 120 something. And in the meantime I also unlocked, I failed at something 30 times. So I got like 20 extra prowess for that. That's fair of them, it's nice. And I seem to be over encumbered. Yes, I am. Because the leathers all of a sudden weighs a lot more than they did when they was, I don't know, smaller pieces of leather. Anywho. So this isn't like the crafting here, that's a whole other episode I guess. And I think we're going to have to skip the housing part for now and do that in the next episode, I'm sorry, but that's how it usually is on this channel. I make promises and I break them. But we are, the crafting system, not very innovative, if that's how you pronounce that, at all. It's just like the character progression itself, it's quite grindy. It's actually very old school, like the rest of the game, in most aspects of the gameplay. It's very old school, although it's fine, really. I still don't know, and I never know really if this is going to be the game that I play until the end of days or not. It's really hard to say because all of a sudden you get tired of something, but for now I enjoy this in the sense that this is the type of game where you sort of you prepare and then you go out and do something sort of mindless. But whether that mindless thing is effective or not depends on the plan you had, like the preparations you did. So if you do it in a smart way, i.e. hunting the correct feats, even though you're just basically slaying the same mob over and over, or turning the same scraps of leather into better leather over and over, like it all works out to an efficient chain of events based on your plan ahead of it, and that's kind of satisfying sometimes. You don't always have to do something super creative. Of course, I enjoy the really complex crafting systems, and this is not one of them. This is pretty basic, really. But still not as boring as many other crafting systems, and yeah. That's really all I have to say about that in this episode. But I think you get the draft on how you would go about to progress your character. This wasn't really meant as a guide or anything, but I guess it could be useful for new players just to get started, because it certainly took me a long time to figure this out. And by figure out, I mean being told slowly. But yeah, I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been worth your while. And I also hope that you'll subscribe if you haven't already, and come back for more videos. I'll certainly see some of you there. Take care, guys. Bye.